Marius, considering the number of cases referred to the courts recently, can we anticipate elections to be free and fair? Are we likely to see increased oversight from international or local bodies? That last point you had recently, the DA calling on it, then I should point out the specificity here, not on international observers necessarily to come themselves, but to support local observers in various different ways to ensure that the elections are conducted freely and fairly. Yeah, what do you think of Mike's question?
Yeah, overall, South African elections have been pretty free and fair. Of course, there have been some strange things now and again, but this is actually, not uncommon in most democracies around the world. But I think a bigger risk to South African elections is the lack of resources that the IEC has been getting in recent years. This is obviously something that most South African government organizations have been it's been a problem as South Africa's economy obviously goes backwards and there's less money to go around. Funding is cut for important organizations, which the IEC is one. So there's been less money to train election officials and so on. There might be some other problems. I mean, I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but I think the IEC's funding has been cut by something like 300 million rand in the last 5 years. So I think that is actually a bigger concern. But that all said, South Africa does still have, that is one of the strengths of South Africa, a very strong civil society. And there will be, obviously not in every polling station around South Africa, but there'll be observers at a significant number, both from political parties, so partisan observers, but also neutral observers, and a number of organizations doing that. So for the moment, I don't think there is a big risk of the South African election not being free and fair. And the bigger risk is just resources for the IEC and being able to run the election properly. I think that's a big risk.
Looking at some of our scenarios, and we are in our last 5 to 10 minutes here. I'll bring up all of them. There are so many at this point in time, and then I'll ask Marius and Karika maybe just to highlight the one that you find of particular interest. But we try to bring these up all on one particular matrix. So on the bottom of your screen, you've got policies, business as usual versus more impact and disruption. And then on your left-hand side, you've got the stability or volatility of a given coalition. And then, of course, various permutations around that. The size of the circle indicates possibly where things are trending towards, sort of government of national unity. You've got rhetoric around let's all be responsible and vote, come together with the ANC. Let's make sure that things are stable. And will any particular party want to not be that party? Will they be too scared to maybe push against that?